Hi Capricorn. Welcome to your April reading. Oh, you are feeling yourself in April. Okay. All right. Feeling good, looking good, making plans. Yeah, you're kind of done with what's going on in the world right now. You're like, yeah. I get it. It's awful, but like also I need to have a little bit of fun. I understand. You're into yourself, but also you have a chance to reconnect, rekindle, make a really tense situation, a really tense situation back into a happy home. So that's wonderful. For those of you who have been feeling a little bit lost, perhaps a little bit isolated, you find a new sense of family, either because your relationship starts to smooth out, or because you reconnect with your family, or it finally dawns on you that maybe your friends are your family. Regardless of how you get there, in April, you feel that sense of belonging that you have been missing for quite some time. And it's really heartwarming, and it just adds more to your confidence, to your, to your hotness. Sounds funny that something like that would add to your beauty and your attractiveness, but it does, because you just feel so much better. You're smiling, you're full of energy, you're happy. Now, around the 14th, in terms of your astrology, there is a chance for romance. Someone very new, someone very different from what you've been dealing with if you're single. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Money is a little bit slow only because it's being held up. So it's not that you won't get it. Ace of Pentacles says, listen, the money's yours. It's just taking a little bit longer to get to you than it should. If you've been working on a project that you hope will turn a profit, keep working at it, the money will come. Now, you don't have to make yourself more attractive. You don't have to push this like sexy image out there, because whoever's coming in, it's very sudden, and none of those bells and whistles mean anything to them. And you're like, but they mean something to me. Yeah, I get it, they mean something to you. What I'm telling you is that irrespective of what you do, when the Sun, Mercury, Venus get together with Uranus and Taurus, this person just kind of walks in and goes, yeah, I like all the bells and whistles, nice ears, but that's not why I like you. I just like you. Like, I really, really like you. This also indicates success in any sort of legal issue that you might be having. So, resting easy. Also, both of these cards denoting quite a lot of abundance, but again, it's just taking a little bit of time. It's slow. It's slow, indicated here by the Hanged Man and the Nine of Wands and the Three of Cups. Part of the reason that it's slow is because there is something that you're doing, whether it's self-medicating, self-soothing, someone that you have not treated well. There's something that you're doing that's quite hidden from you as a source of keeping your money stuck, but it's all related. So look at yourself and be honest. Where are you not being the best? Because that's what's holding up your money. And you may think, like I said, oh, well, these things aren't related at all. They're not, but they are. Because they have to do with your energetic field. They have to do with how your energy is, presenting itself in this simulation, and that determines how the simulation responds. So, on the 23rd, Mars enters Cancer, which is across from you, and this now starts a period for you of being super social. You can easily fall in love. You're spicy. You're out and about. You're mixy. And you're looking, although people may see you and from your vibe, they're like, oh, this person is just looking for mixy. But no, you're actually looking for something very long term. You have gotten out of something recently, or you've come to a realization recently that the casual stuff, we talked about this last month, the casual stuff is just, it's not exciting anymore the way it used to be. I mean, you'd love to be excited by it. Don't get me wrong. It's just not. So, income increases. Like we said, that Ace of Pentacles is there. Towards the end of the month, that money frees up. Okay, a better job is on the horizon. That's also why that Ace of Pentacles is in reverse, because it's just taking its time to come to you. That better job is something you should absolutely take advantage of. Now there's somebody at the door, this asshole. Hold on. Sorry, I just had to deal with some logistical issues. The card that came out before that happened was the Cancerian card. So like I said, Mars goes into Cancer and you've got this new boost of energy that you really want to spend on making old projects new again, making certain aspirations that you've perhaps put away for years into living, breathing projects now. It's really exciting. It revitalizes your love life. It revitalizes your spirit. It gives you a certain energy, you know, a brightness in how you look. It does a lot for you, and you need it. And you need it. You have been through a really, let's say, cathartic time. Many of your issues have been poked and prodded over the past year. And Mars in Cancer is a very welcome transit for you. Not for everyone. A lot of us are dreading Mars in Cancer. But for you, you know, as the card indicates here, it's just the most... Why does this keep happening? It's just the most welcome energy. Like, you can't wait to have this drive, this passion, the guts, you know. It's so beneficial to so many different areas of your life that you find that you can really pursue your calling. You feel confident enough, strong enough, stable enough to really go after the things you believe in and to make some big changes as far as where you live, how you live, what you put your time into, things that you've been mulling over for months and months get put into actuality now. So it's very, very positive. It's a huge boon to your self-esteem. You find a lot of balance. And more than that, there's money and creativity that's coming in at the end of April that has been missing or really slow for a really long time. Now, if you're dealing with someone who just turned out to be so much less than what you thought they would be, feeling abandoned or hurt or in pain because of them is really just taking their inadequacies onto you. Them not being able to live up to what you thought they were is not your fault. Matter of fact, it's not really their fault either, because what you expected of them, this unspoken thing, is not something they ever agreed to. Right? So what are you saying? Is nobody at fault? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying nobody's at fault. I'm saying that now you have too much good stuff going in to even be thinking in terms of blame and shame. Forget about it. There's so much abundance, but also just good feeling, money you're not expecting, boosts in self-esteem that you're not expecting, a love interest you're not expecting. There's so much that you can take advantage of if you have the wonder of a child right now. If you just keep your eyes open and are receptive and are grateful for everything that comes your way, if you let yourself be built back up by April, where you feel this intense sense of gratitude, but also real confidence in yourself, it can just sweep you away into a completely new life. And who doesn't want that? You can have it. And you deserve it. And I love you. Let's look at these cards. Hi Capricorn, welcome to the second part of your reading. So that Ace of Pentacles is there, the money is there. It's just a little bit slow. But you know what? That's okay. Because the more important thing is that you're feeling yourself and you feel better. You feel like, hey, I can do this. And that is a great feeling. It's a great feeling to reconnect too. And a lot of you may have been wondering, if you saw part 1 on Patreon, like, what do you mean reconnect with my family? That might not have made any sense, but for a lot of you, that reconnecting with your family was just reconnecting with your younger self, with your inner child. There are things you're doing now that you may not have had the confidence to do until you reconnected with that little kid or with that family member. So reconnecting and coming back together, even if you're the one that makes the first move, even if you're the one that goes exploring, looking inside yourself for that inner child, that reconnection is so important because it opens these doors to romance and wealth and long-term freedom. And it gives you this aura, that Venus energy. As soon as the sun moves into Taurus, you have this boost. But already on the 14th, in just a few days, that Page of Cups wanders in and you're thinking, where did you come from? Now, you may want to fall into your old patterns when that new love arrives and put on the show, but don't. Because the truth is, it's not the show that attracted them. You and I both know that for the past 6 months, you have been going through this revelatory process where you're finding out things about yourself that make you relax. And that show, for many, many of us, has been permanently retired. Now what they see is what they get. And if they don't like it, that's okay. So don't change when love wanders in. Let them see you as you really are. Because here's the thing about the show. The show never lasts. And I know that you guys are perfectionists and you like to put your best foot forward. But April, especially from the new moon on, is a lesson in vulnerability. Can you allow someone to love the real you by showing up as the real you? Can you allow someone in that close? Because the thing is, when you put on the show and it doesn't work out, you can just say, well, they didn't really know me anyway. The fear of being vulnerable is, well, if they knew me and they still walked away, what does that say about me? It doesn't say anything about you, and it says everything about them, because unlike you, they don't know a good thing when they see it. But you do. You are heading for a period that'll last a whole year and a little bit more of financial success and emotional stability. For many of you, if there was any sort of a legal issue hanging over your head, it gets resolved. For many of you, you start to figure out what the real deep basis is for some of your addictions, what's been keeping you stuck, and like that, you move forward. For some of you, Mars in Cancer, it brings something out. You want to be out there. You want to be offering yourself up. You want to show people who you really are. But with that is going to come showing people the pain and the hurt too. And that has to happen. Because if you want long-term success and long-term love, you have to be human. Right? And if you're wondering, man, she sounds down today. Yeah, I am. I am. I'm deeply saddened by the passing of X. And that's a lesson in vulnerability for me too. Realizing what we're attached to and what really gets under our skin. But for you, getting back to you,
So don't worry about me. Getting back to you. Those projects that you may have put away a long time ago because those are dreams you gave up on, all that stuff comes back around. And success is what comes of it now. So if you thought that thing, that dream, that was over, no, it's not over. Actually, in the last week of April, you'll have another really great idea. Excuse me, sorry. And that really great idea will lead to even more abundance and balance and a boost in self-esteem. See, now the things you weren't even expecting and planning for start to come to you. And that's always the best part for Capricorns, because you plan everything out. You know how it's going to go. So when the unexpected abundance comes in, it's such a treat because you didn't count on it. And remember that all of that is being attracted to you by your vulnerability. So you have to be strong enough to be gentle now. Not with anybody else, but with yourself. And also, you've got to make the connection in your head that being gentle with yourself when you're like this is also treating other people, teaching other people how to treat you when you're in those moments. If you deny your own pain, if you deny that inherent weakness that we all have deep inside, that we are able to get hurt, when you deny that, you teach other people how to deny it in you too. And we don't want that. From here on out, you're wearing your heart on your sleeve, but not in a way that scares you, in a way that prompts bigger and bigger success. And instead of your feelings being a liability, instead of your weaknesses being a liability, they become your greatest strengths as you connect with them and heal them. So it's a period of great healing as well. And of course, what's gonna heal a Capricorn more than money? Oh, I needed that laugh. I'm sorry it was at your expense. But the one thing I'll say before we wrap this up is, sometimes we can get off our road and we may think that we've missed our calling, and I don't think that hurts anybody worse than it hurts you guys. So the chance you have now to get back on that road, and maybe that means you start from the bottom, who cares? As long as you're on that road, that one that you thought was over and gone, life is beautiful. Remember that. I love you lots and lots. In the extended, which I will do tomorrow, not today, not in this mood, we'll look at all the different signs and how they interact with you and what it means moving into May. Those videos will be up in the well-known spots, Vimeo, PayPal, and the new Patreon option. So check that out. If you are interested in a private reading, that link is below as well. And if you like these rings, this is the World and this is the Empress. Or, quite proud of this, designed it myself. If you like this earring that can be worn tiered through your multiple piercings. And these bracelets, they will also be at the Revolution gift shop. So those links are below as well. I love you, love you, love you lots. If you have a moment and if you are so inclined, throw up a little prayer for my man X and take a little time to feel this vulnerability. Of course, I would be this vulnerable in the part where I'm talking about vulnerability. Ah! I love you. I'll see you on the extended.